Dear Recruit, your life applications officer. Been having a lot of trouble with my camera, so I've been trying different cameras to see what can be done to get these videos done. I'm going to attempt to do. Shouldn't have done that. I'm going to attempt to do. Certified citizens versus street people. I'm going to attempt to do that. Here we go. Now I gotta see how. Why you put me back in here when I changed it? You jack behind. Alright. There we are. Now, then we gotta go through all this hustle and bustle. Had to go to page down. Where you at? I don't want to go there. I don't even know why they put that feature in there. They shouldn't even put that feature in there. It's a waste. Now I got to use my page down and get to where I want to go. Here we are. All right, street people. First, certified citizens. Part 3. A lot of times I get asked a question whenever we're talking like, hold up, you voted for Trump? Even after, Biden is out of office. Trump is out of office and Biden's in there. People ask me, whoa, hold up. You voted for Trump, dog? Hold up. Hold up, man. You voted for Trump? And they're just like, black people in America don't realize that black people are diverse. That black people are not all the same. And when they find out that black people aren't all the same, then they go from wanting to kill white cops to wanting to kill, and that's what's been going on since Donald Trump's been in office. Black people are starting to realize that we are more diverse than white folks give us credit for. And when white folks see that, they just turn around and walk one way with this big question mark upside their head. When black folks see that, they get mad and start calling other black people racist. And nobody said anything about your race. We just don't agree with everything that is pro racist or racism or pro victimization politics or pro black politics. Some of us are more conservative about our rights and freedoms in this country. A lot of us in 2022 actually, right around the corner, we're more diverse and we're becoming more and more diverse. But the problem with becoming more and more diverse is that you got black people who are out there ready to shoot the gun, at all the black street people. And you got street people who are ready to go into all these black brothers and sisters' homes and cause mayhem, because all this time you thought it was all about white people and what white people did to blacks. White people did to Mexicans. White people did the Native Americans. White people. But the most victimized one among us is the most racist. Let me be clear. The most victimized one among us is the most racist. Okay? The most victimized one among us is the most racist. So if you really, 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 really go outside your house every day afraid of the cops, let me tell you something. You are racist. Okay? Because that's a racist statement to even say some crap like that. Okay? And I'm not here to talk about black folks. Okay? I already did a video on that. And I did that on this video. Or the part of this series, rather. Again, white man versus the fallen state. There are white people who are seniority in this country, as well as black folks that are seniority in this country. There are white folks that gave up that seniority and became idiots. Okay? And what is the seniority? You thought that, when I said seniority, I was only talking about white folks. Well, there's going to be more white than anybody else that carry seniority in this country. Okay? When I say seniority, I mean people that understand what America is and they conserve that. Even Democrats conserve. You know, I've met Democrats that have a legitimate fight for this country. But most Democrats I've met are liberal. And all they want to do is over-sexualize this country. All they want to do is fill this country up with drugs and call it legal. All they want to do is make this country something that it never was before to fit a country that's not here, to fit their country back home. When they can just go back to their country if they don't like it here. They want to make this country cater to their country instead of, and that bugs me. That really bugs me. That's wrong. That's not seniority. That's just ghetto. And you should go back to your own country if you feel that you can slap the American out of me or slap the American out of a white man and make him bow down to, Islam, or make him bow down to Buddha, or make him bow down to Confucius or whatever. Okay? You can go back. Same thing with Africans coming over. If you think we're going to bow down to voodoo and all your, over-sexualized rape culture and all that kind of stuff, what do they call it? Ceremonial rape and all that kind of stuff. Don't bring that mess in here. You better make sure that Biden gets rid of our guns before you bring that crap in here. Because every woman that you come in here and assault, okay, is somebody's daughter, somebody's girlfriend, somebody's wife. Okay? Especially these white folks. Okay? You're bound to take a bullet. Okay? You're bound to get your sockets, your balls shot off. Okay? Just get rid of that idea. If you're going to come into this country, have some goddamn respect. Understand this ain't your country. Okay? I understood that as a child. Like, when my friends, black friends, when I was a kid, used to come over to my house. And the stuff that they wanted to, get involved in, and the stuff that they wanted to talk about. Just the stuff that they wanted to talk about. I'm thinking in my mind, hold up. That's not how I picture America. That's not American. Americans don't talk like that. And I'm talking about black folks. When I was young, black kids talking to other black kids. Just like today, I saw this young man get on the other day when I went to work. Saw this young man get on the bus. Okay? It's broad daylight. Everybody downtown is working corporate. Where's he going dressed like that? Okay, where's he going dressed like that? I know that he is not going to work dressed like that. He's going downtown to loiter. How many do not loiter signs do we need to put? Now, you got people up here. I live up here among immigrants. And I live up here among, some good and some nice immigrants. Okay? Most of them are legal. Some of them are illegal. Okay? You can tell the difference. Okay? Just by their attitudes. They got no loitering signs in front of. These ain't white folks. These are just as brown as me and darker. They got no loitering signs on the steps to their complexes. They got no loitering signs written on their parking lots and stuff like that. Why? Because we don't even have that many black people up here. But what do? They just loiter places where they ain't supposed to be loitering. And then when somebody want to back a car out of a space, hey, nigga, you almost hit me. Well, dude, sign says do not loiter. That's why they put it there, so your butt wouldn't get hit. Okay? I mean, America is falling apart. But no matter how many white people vote Democrat, I got to say this for a minute, it's the brown-skinned people that are really, really falling apart. You know what I'm saying? If we could just get these brown people together and get them to really, really, really get right, okay? You'd be surprised, You'd be surprised. But there's two reasons why I voted Republican and why I am a Republican. It's not about so much Donald Trump as it is about me being a Republican. There's two reasons. First of all, America first. America first. Okay? No matter what goes on in other countries and how much they need aid, okay? America first. Just like in Russia, it's Russia first. In India, it's India first. The Asian nations, the whole Middle East, okay? Their country, their people come first. Okay? Nobody is dumb enough and nobody has a stupid plan to bring these immigrants in here for a very, very ghettofied political reason that works in the favor of the Democrats. Nobody's doing that but us, but America. And this is the thing, I feel like Joe Biden should pack up and move to the Middle East. Or since he loves Mexico so much, he should move his butt to Mexico. I really do. I think he should go to Mexico and say, here's the deal. Listen to me. Here's the deal. Okay? That's what he needs to do. Need to go with that here's the deal crap and try that in Mexico. Okay? Try that in Saudi. Why don't he go over there? Okay? And hang out while he says that he didn't leave people over there to get killed and sacrifice Americans over there. Why don't he go over there and hide out and wait for something and see how well he survives and how long he can survive, okay? But that's the sad part of America, this whole, when you let Democrats go to the extreme of where Biden has gone. And see what happened, what Donald Trump really did that was wrong is that he showed the world, he exposed the Kraken. He really did. He exposed the can of worms that everybody was walking past every day. Okay? They're sitting there eating and chilling in front of it and drinking and having a great time in front of this can of worms. And Donald Trump came into the presidency. He says, you idiots don't see that can of worms sitting there? And then everybody just like, oh, snap, that's a can of worms. Yeah, duh. Okay? And I knew that when he first started to talk about running. I'm like, I was wondering when somebody was going to notice that can of worms sitting on the table. I was wondering, like, man, God, remove that can of worms. And so that's what Donald Trump has done. He got rid of that can of worms, but that can of worms was sitting there for a specific reason. Now Biden wants to come and he wants to put not one can of worms, but 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm speaking narratively, okay? I'm being symbolic here. But he wants to put all these worms on the table now. Too many worms for us to control. It's just like, okay, we got this going on at the border. We got this going on with the economy. We got this going on with COVID. I mean, he's just keeping us busy. Where Donald Trump just had us, like Cat Williams said, had us sitting there watching. What's he doing now? What's he doing? Ooh, okay. Because he was being the president. He wasn't given, he was being the president. He was being the chief, the commander-in-chief, okay? Biden, he's not being the commander-in-chief. He's just sitting there abusing us. And he's keeping us busy chasing all these worms that he's letting out of the can. Okay? And these worms do bite. And the Lord showed me something. Something happened right here in this house just a few days ago. And it could have happened while I was asleep. But God wanted me to see it come right through my window. Okay? And it was so bad I had to take my air conditioner out of the window because my air conditioner is on flat level. So I had to pull it out of the window, and if you can hear my fan, these fans are going to be blowing like crazy until it gets nice and cold outside because they got the heat set to be too hot. If it's 50 degrees outside, the heat inside don't need to be 50 degrees. Okay? Turn it down to 20. You only need a little wee bit of heat. If it's 50, 40 degrees outside, it's not that cold in your house. Okay, now when you get down to 30 and below, then you need to worry. But they got me sweating in here. But I had to take my air conditioner out of the window. God showed me something. He showed me some things about this country. When that whole ordeal with them critters coming through right up under my air conditioner, coming in this window. And these weren't just your typical. These were, if they had got through my place, okay, it would have been horrible. It would have been horrible. It would have been a mess. I imagine though I could just, I know what to do in a small place like this. I know what to do to get them out of here. But God showed me something specific with that. When you read the Bible and you talk to God and God gives you dreams and things like that, you go through things. God uses that to give you wisdom. I'm getting ready to close. Because this is a new camera, I want to see where we're going here. But the other reason that I vote Republican is because I believe that the Republican Party got issues. And the Republican Party, however, is the lesser of two evils. And I learned that in the church, believe it or not. And there's a lot of people in the church that don't vote. But if they did vote, they would vote Republican. They said that because at least it's the lesser of two evils. And I found thousands of Christians to say that. White Christians to say that. But black people get on my nerves because they constantly live in another country that has no culture when they already have a country to live in. We already have a culture. And everybody that becomes a legal citizen in this country, except for, most of them, except for segregation, if they so are able to have it. Most people understand that they live in American culture now, and they have friends, and they have interrelationships, and they have circles that are American. Why? Because they live in America. And that's the kind of immigrant that I look up to. That's the kind of immigrant that I want to kick it with. That's the kind of immigrant I'm not afraid to be friends with. Okay? But then there's a lot of people who think that they never wanted to leave their country. And there's a lot of people in this country who feel that either somebody's got to be a slave, or all out war and blast. Okay? And that's not the right way to feel about yourself. You shouldn't feel that way. Like, you can leave the plantation. You can leave the plantation and be a happy person. Okay? You can leave the plantation, and even if you don't have everything, you have more than what you would have had if you had never been taken as slaves. Okay? So, one thing I'd like to... What have I done? This is different. Go back one. There you go. Coming out as or converting to. If you come out of something, you leave your baggage on the floor. If you get off the bus, you leave your baggage on the cold floor. That's coming out. When that baggage gets to the hotel, that's the conversion, if you understand the symbolism here. Coming out or converting to. You are not converted until you make something your home. Luggage is not a conversion. And that's what a lot of you LGBTQs have. That's what a lot of you Black Lives Matter people have. That's what a lot of you feminists have. That's what a lot of you, it's just baggage. It's just luggage. And it's sitting on the cold ground. And you're out in the cold worrying about your luggage. But you've never found a home. I'm going to be a Christian no matter what. And let me tell you something. This is and this cancels all your bigotry remarks, okay? I'm going to be a Christian no matter what, because this is my 4th time coming back to the Lord, okay? I've been in and out. I've been mad at God several times, and I had to forgive him, so to speak, and come back home. You know what I'm saying? I walked away from my Father God like a runaway a number of times, okay? About 4 times, okay? But I made Jesus my home because I really believe within me, within my spirit, and Jesus really, really saved me. I really believe with all I have that he really did save me. Okay? And for that, no matter what happens, I'm going to be a Christian. To me, it's not a religion. It is a family. It is a conversion. It is a wake-up call that I create, that I have derived into my culture. Okay? And I'm going to close there Coming out of and converting to are not the same thing. If you come out as gay, that doesn't make you gay. You just came out as gay. Your luggage is still sitting on the ground. Same thing with any religion. Same thing with, and you're so fast to go out there and be an activist. Okay? Until you get hurt on the other side. But you're not converted, atheists, until you've made the decision that you know what atheism is. You know that atheism is right and true. And let me tell you something. There's no bypassing that. It has to be right and true. There is no, well, I'm an atheist because I'm not a Christian, and that's it. No. Atheism has to be more than your argument with a Christian or your argument with a, and you wonder how this goes in with the video, because people on the inside creating creating street people instead of letting people live to the full extent of vitality. Everybody. Okay? And atheists will sit there and let everybody have their liberal way as long as it isn't Christian. You can be as spiritual as you want. You can be as fleshly as you want. You can be as political as you want. You can be as stupid as you want. As long as it ain't Christian. Okay? And that's another reason why I'm Christian. Because just like Donald Trump, when you go this far to hate on people, and you go this far to do away with people, to throw people in the trash, to cancel them, okay, to shut them down, they must be doing something right. This person must be doing something right to receive this kind of backlash. Okay? The Bible says that it is the innocent, it is the righteous, it is the king's people that everybody hates. They hated him, so they'll hate us too. Okay? So, that's another reason why I'm a Christian. That's another reason why I'm a Republican. Not that the two need to go together. But if you are a true Christian, you really don't have a reason to vote Democrat. That's all I'm saying. But you ain't converted to anything until you have made it your life's work and commitment. Then you can claim you're converted to it. Now, the way you unconvert to something is to convert to the greater. Once you start converting yourself to stuff, okay, now the only thing that's going to cut you loose is converting to something higher and better, a better standard than that. A better standard than that, atheist, a better standard than that. So in other words, God would have to crack me upside my head really hard for me to denounce my salvation. Okay? They mugged me back in June, and I got a living scar behind my eye to prove it. Okay? And I was mad at God, for the time that I was sitting there in pain in the ER. Okay? But you know what? I've made my decision. I'm not leaving God again no matter what. I've had my backsliding days are over. My fornication days are over. Okay? Sitting on the fence is over for me. Okay? Now, all I'm worried about is how much America is piling up on street people. We got more street people and less certified citizens. And that is my biggest fear right now. So, I have some more to go on this topic, but I'm just testing out this camera to see if I can at least get a video in edgewise. Thank you for watching. D-Word Cruiser Life Applications Officer.